Good evening to all the respected dignitaries, guests, professors, researchers, media professionals, faculty members, and my fellow mates. I, Divyashree, welcome you all to the valedictory ceremony of Vritika 2021 Convention of Media Students organized by the final year students of DME Media School. The three-day convention students was conducted from October 11 to 13, 2021 on the theme United India Unique Minds. The hashtag for Vritika 2021 is hashtag Youth for India. The event has reached its culmination with the support of our media partner, Jai Hind Times, and the student body of DME Media School, Spark. That is, students with positive attitude and resonating communication. Journalism at DME is the official newsletter of DME Media School. This fortnightly publication covers all the major activities happening in and out the campus. It is a student-centric newsletter carried out entirely by them under the supervision of faculty members. DME TV is the official YouTube channel of DME where you can find the playlist related to all the sessions, lecture series, film festival, conference, and Vritika. It gives me immense pleasure to announce that we are live on the official Facebook page of DME. I once again wholeheartedly welcome you all to the valedictory ceremony of Vritika 2021. Delhi Metropolitan Education DME is an A-grade premier educational institute affiliated to Guru Gobind Singh Indraprasth University, New Delhi, and approved by the Bar Council of India. The institute offers BBA, BA LLB, BHMC programs. DME Media School is one of the most promising media institutes in the country. It offers BA in journalism and mass communication. It is recognized as a school focused on the growth of its faculty and students through the academic and co-curricular activities. Major flagship events and initiatives of the school include BG Varghese Lecture Series, Peer-to-Peer FTP, International Film Festival SIFI, International Conference ICANN, Vritika Convention of Media Students, and newly added in the list is VIS Vibrant India Series. Now I invite Muskan Baveja, student of final year BAJMC and student convener of Vritika 2021 to share the information about Vritika.
Thank you so much, Divyashree. I feel elated to apprise you all about Vritika, the annual mega media event organized by final year students of BAJMC. Around this time, every year, DME Media School is abuzz with activities related to Media Fest. There is excitement in the air and students in Media School wholeheartedly get involved in the preparation of Vritika. The event is conceptualized and is organized by the final year students of BAJMC as a part of their curriculum. This year, we have revamped our Media Fest as a convention of media students. The theme of the 5th edition of Vritika is United India, Unique Mind, hashtag Youth for India. Vritika 2021 Media Convention had participants from across India joining us through the Zoom platform. There were more than 200 students from 26 universities and colleges participating in 15 odd competitions in various categories and 3 workshops. These competitions were judged by the experts from the industry and alumni of Media School. This was the first time we conducted 3 workshops in Vritika by industry experts, RJ Ankita Arya from USA, Ms. Jasleen Bora, and Mr. S. Rangabhasham. The event was a learning experience for all of us as a part of our event management course of 5th semester. We get practical knowledge of event management and planning through Vritika. It not only provides hand-on experience of managing an event, but also provides a platform to engage media students in thought-provoking discussions, debates, and discourse. Vritika aims to enhance their confidence and personality and develop consciousness among the media students for responsible and accountable professional conduct. Ritika is in true sense, is an event of the student, by the student, for the student. Over to you, Deveshri.
Thank you, Muskan. We hope we will be able to take forward this legacy of DME Media School to next level in coming years. I would now like to request Professor Susmita Bala to welcome the gathering.
Thank you, Deveshri. Good evening, everyone present here. Accomplishment of a great task, a 3-day convention of media students, Vritika, gives me a feeling of contentment. Organizing 15 competitive events and 3 workshops was not an easy task. But the organizing team, students of BAGMC 5th semester, did it all with confidence and success. Students of 3rd semester were also there by their side. Vritika has entered its 5th year and it is growing each year. Thanks to the determination of the students and the teachers of DME Media School. We wish to develop this platform for enhanced deliberations and brainstorming among media students from across the country. I express my gratitude to all the participants and competitive events and workshops. I welcome them all in the valedictory and the prize distribution ceremony. I welcome all the dignitaries and guests present in this session. Welcome you all. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for your kind words. Now I would like to invite Shiv Dhawan, student of BAGMC final year, to share his report on Vritika 2021.
So good evening to one and all present here. I, Shiv Dhawan, on behalf of final year students of BAGMC, would like to present this report on Vritika 2021. Vritika 2021 Convention of Media Students was organized on the theme United India, Unique Minds, and hashtag of the event was hashtag Youth for India. The distinguished guests in the inaugural ceremony were Ms. Sheetal Rajput. You all may know her, a senior TV journalist, renowned anchor, and war correspondent, and Dr. Mara Mihaili from Romania. There were 15 competitive events in which students participated from all across the nation, from different educational institutions, namely APJ Institution of Mass Communication, KR Mangalam University, Haryana, Vishwakarma University, Pune, Tezpur University, Assam, Symbiosis International University, Pune, Sri Venkateshwara College, Delhi University, Royal Global University, Guwahati, Assam, Pearl Academy, New Delhi, IZOMS, Noida, Punjab University, OP Jindal Global University, Sonipat, Haryana, Manipal University, Bangalore, Kendra Vidyalaya, New Delhi, KCC, Greater Noida, Ian School of Communication, Delhi, Sri Guru Nanak Dev Khalsa College, New Delhi, Guru Nanak Girls Senior Secondary School, Delhi, Kalgotias University, Greater Noida, Delhi School of Journalism, DU, Dibrugarh University, Assam, Cotton University, Assam, College of Engineering, Trivandrum, Bharati Vidya Bhavan, New Delhi, Birla Global University, Odisha, Chandigarh University, and Central University, Himachal. That's a long list indeed, 26 universities, 26 colleges. The workshops were conducted by exemplary industry professionals for selected registered candidates to ensure maximum interaction with the resource person. The workshops were conducted on 3 topics. First, interviewing skills for journalists by Mr. S. Rangabashyam. Second, radio jockeying by Ms. Ankita Arya from the United States of America. And third, news anchoring by Ms. Jasleen Vora. There were participants from all over the country, as I mentioned earlier, students who wanted to learn, compete, and make the best use of this opportunity that Vritika presents. Every event was judged by 2 judges, one from the industry or academia, and second from our alumni. Definitely a very proud moment for all at DME. The aim was to ensure industry-academic interface through this event. The judges shared their valuable inputs with the participants and motivated them. We were able to learn from our seniors, and their inspiring words made our day even more special. As my friend Muskan informed us all, told us that Vritika is organized as a part of our curriculum of event management course. Through this practical exposure, we are able to understand that event management requires meticulous planning and the highest degree of coordination at every stage. From planning the meetings to deciding upon the competitions, From coordinating with the guests to ensuring that everyone was on the same page, the organizing committee worked relentlessly and tirelessly for this event. The fifth semester students who conducted the event, all of us will graduate, but Vritika will be back next year. The batch of students will change, the professors might change, but the hard work and perseverance to bring to you the best media convention, that will be everlasting. What you witness on screen, that is the final product, but the byproduct is the learning that everyone takes from this event. And I'm sure all of you have taken a lot from this event. Behind the scenes of Vritika 2021, there was immense hard work. All those involved worked day and night to convert this media convention into a successful event. Thank you to DME. Thank you to everyone for giving us this opportunity and unforgettable memories. And now let us take a look at the highlights of Vritika 2021. Thank you so much.
Delhi Metropolitan Education GTS IPF presents
A convention of media students.
United India, unique minds. Hashtag Youth for India.
We welcome you to Vritika 2021.
Welcome to the 5th edition of Vritika 2021.
Wherein the media students can converge, they can collaborate, they can assemble at one platform.
Welcome you to Vritika, a convention of media students organized by the students of DME Media School, Delhi Metropolitan Education.
The future is in our hands. Media education should be much more integrated part of the world national and interventional schooling system.
Thank you so much. It is a pleasure to be here at the inauguration of Vritika. Over the years, I've seen this festival grow from just a student contest competition to a much larger celebration of media, and also include the recognition of journalists who are most deserving. So I'm very happy with the way it's panned out, and I'd like to congratulate all the students participating today.
To this day, I can relate to what must be going on in your minds and what must be going on in your hearts right now, because within myself, I'm still like all of you. I'm still that intern who started 21 years ago.
Then it has to be amply clear as to what for this media is being studied by the students who are there, and then they should nurture all that, they should inculcate all that spirit.
Now I would like to request the anchor of our ship, Dr. Amrish Saxena, Dean DME Media School, to share his views with all of us.
Thank you, Divishri. This is really a moment of pride that we are organizing this festival consecutively for the 5th year. Though every time we try to add something to reshape, reform something like this year, we try to convert it to a convention of media students, wherein the emphasis shifted more on learning than on festivity. So all the competitive events were also that way, were organized in a manner wherein the hardcore media working based things we tried to include. And also the 3 major workshops that we introduced this year, which were on radio jockeying, uh, then interview skills, and the TV news anchoring. And as one inseparable part, one important aspect of this whole Vritika, the media convention come festival, is to give away award to the young journalists who would have made some exemplary performance in their career, which we started in 2019 in the name of renowned journalists of the pre-independence era, Ganesh Shankar Vidyarthi. So we bestow this award on Ganesh Shankar Vidyarthi Award for Value-Based Journalism. This year, since the whole world, including India, has been in turmoil, firstly because of the onslaught of this COVID-19 that entered into our lives in March 2020. And then this year in the international scenario, we found that there was so much turmoil, particularly if we refer to the things which are happening in our neighborhood in Afghanistan. So the faculty members of DME Media School, they deliberated and decided that we should give award, this Ganesh Shankar Vidyarthi Award, to such people who made a mark with their work, with their journalistic contribution, and who unfortunately are not with us. So that is how this year we decided to give this award, to confer this award, Ganesh Shankar Vidyarthi Award for value-based journalism, on Danish Siddiqui, who was a known photojournalist who was working with Reuters and who unfortunately met with his fate while he was covering the Taliban crisis in Afghanistan. And if we go by what happened on the corona front, there are so many reports nationally, internationally, that hundreds of journalists died during this period while they were on the line of duty, and they were doing all possible to inform the people about this deadly coronavirus. And that is how we decided to confer this award to a journalist who was fighting with corona and who was doing all possible as a journalist to keep the people informed, Mr. Ashish Kumar. So these are the things that we decided to do. So obviously this is unfortunate if a bright person, if a bright media person is not with us, but then the only thing that we can do once it has happened, which is beyond anybody's control, to acknowledge, to recognize the contribution of that person, and then to honor the work of that person, so that more and more people will get inspiration. This is one thing which we always try to, I mean, this whole spirit of getting and giving inspiration in DME school in all our activities, because tomorrow's students will be taking positions in media industry, in media sector. So we wish that they are joining the industry with right kind of sensitivity, with the right kind of approach, so that this society, this country can be taken care of. India is otherwise also is known as a country of youth. And the whole future of this country lies on the shoulders of this youth. So we have to, as teachers, as educators, we have the responsibility to take care of this aspect and to produce, to prepare, to groom such kind of students. So these kind of activities like this Vritika is one such format wherein we are trying to push this kind of spirit. And we are grateful to many senior persons from the education industry, from the media industry, who have joined this this valedictory function, this prize distribution function, because that's also part of this whole valedictory event, because for the last 3 years, whatever competitions happen, so all prize winners are also there. So that prize winning session will also be part of this valedictory. And obviously in valedictory, our main focus is on Ganesh Shankar Vidyarthi Award. And I made a request to senior people from the academics and the industry, and I'm obliged to them that they accepted my request, and then they all are here. So without wasting much time, I'm finishing here, and I'm looking forward to the further proceedings and to listen to the people who are there in part of this session. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir. With this, I take your leave and would request Dr. Krishna Pandey to take us through the next segment of the Shankar Vidyarthi Award 2020. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Divyashri. Good evening, everyone. As the sun is setting on the horizon, we too bid adieu to Vritika 2021 and look forward to another Vritika next year, that is 2022. It's an honor to be here with you all. Vritika, the Convention of Media Students, is synonymous with Ganesh Shankar Vidyarthi Awards for value-based journalism given to outstanding journalists for their contribution. Ideated and instituted by Dr. Amrish Saxena, Professor and Dean of DME Media School, Delhi Metropolitan Education, the Ganesh Shankar Vidyarthi Award was initiated in 2019 in the name of noted freedom fighter, crusader, activist, and journalist Shri Ganesh Shankar Vidyarthi. The award aims at promoting inclusive and rational journalism with a critical thinking outlook. The Ganesh Shankar Vidyarthi Award accord recognition to media personnel for their extraordinary achievements. Beginning in 2019, the Ganesh Shankar Vidyarthi Award was conferred on Dr. Sanjeev Singh, Ms. Pinas Tyagi, Ms. Dipti Sachdeva, and Mr. Pradeep Tiwari. Following year in 2020, 3 women journalists, R.J. Saima, Ms. Madhu Bhatia Jha, and Ms. Devina Gupta were honored with the award. This year, the organizing committee of Vritika decided to confer the Ganesh Shankar Vidyarthi Award for value-based journalism posthumously on Pulitzer Prize winner and photojournalist Mr. Danish Siddiqui and Mr. Ashish Kumar, a senior TV journalist, for their incredible achievement. Let's have a quick look at the life of journalist Shri Ganesh Shankar Vidyarthi.
An Indian journalist, a leader and an independence movement activist, he was an important figure in the non-cooperation movement and freedom movement of India. He was the founder editor of the Hindi newspaper Pratap. He was a fighter against oppression and injustice, whether practiced by bureaucrats, zamindars, capitalists, or higher caste. He fought all his life against oppression, against inhumanity. He is called Ganesh Shankar Vidyarthi. Remembering him, DME presents Ganesh Shankar Vidyarthi Award for Value-Based Journalism.
Now I request Mr. Aman Sahni, Vice Chairman, Delhi Metropolitan Education, to confer Ganesh Shankar Vidyarthi Award for Value-Based Journalism posthumously on Mr. Danish Siddiqui.
I confer the Ganesh Shankar Vidyarthi Award 2021 posthumously on Mr. Danish Siddiqui for his contribution to value-based journalism.
The DME Media School of Delhi Metropolitan Education, Noida, is pleased to present Ganesh Shankar Vidyarthi Award for Value-Based Journalism to Mr. Danish Siddiqui, the photojournalist who sacrificed his life in the line of duty while covering the conflict between Afghanistan forces and Taliban on July 16, 2021. He was 41 years old. Mr. Danish Siddiqui led the National Reuters Multimedia team in New Delhi. He won the Pulitzer Prize for feature photography as part of the Reuters team for documenting the Rohingya refugee crisis in the year 2018. He also won third position in the art and culture category at the Sony Worldwide Photography Awards 2013 and Hong Kong 25th Human Rights Press Award 2021. His work on COVID-19 crisis, titled Documenting India's Greatest Healthcare Crisis, was also exhibited in prestigious Visa pour la Image Photojournalism Festival held in August 2021 at Perpignan, France. As a photojournalist, Mr. Danish covered stories across India, countries in Asia, Europe, and Middle East. His prominent works included covering the wars in Afghanistan and Iraq, Rohingya refugee crisis, Hong Kong protest, and Nepal earthquake. DMA Media School recognizes the exemplary feats of young working journalists by awarding them Ganesh Shankar Vidyarthi Award, presented during the valedictory ceremony of Ritika 2021, #Youth for India, a convention of media students on this day, October 13, 2021. This award, presented to media professionals for their extraordinary achievements, was initiated in 2019 in the name of noted freedom fighter, crusader, activist, and journalist Sri Ganesh Shankar Vidyarthi. It aims at promoting inclusive and rational journalism with a critical thinking outlook.
What I enjoy most is capturing the human face of a breaking story. Thus said a photojournalist who captured the truth amidst the perceived reality and challenged the various practices that were hidden from the lens of mainstream journalism. A man who was responsible for capturing some of the most defining movements, conflicts, and human struggle in the last decade. Through his lens, one could hear the voice of the voiceless and see the harsh realities the system tried to hide behind the curtains. His work on the COVID-19 crisis, titled Documenting India's Greatest Healthcare Crisis, was also exhibited in the prestigious Visa pour la Image Photojournalism Festival held in August 2021. He is Danish Siddiqui, Head Multimedia Team Reuters, who won various awards, including the third position in the Art and Culture category at Sony World Photography Awards 2013 and the Hong Kong 25th Human Rights Press Awards 2021. Danish was a Pulitzer Prize Award-winning photojournalist who sacrificed his life while covering the clashes between Afghan security forces and Taliban on 16 July 2021. DME Media School salutes Danish Siddiqui's spirit and posthumously confers on him the Ganesh Shankar Vidyarthi Award for value-based journalism.
We have amongst us today, I repeat once again. We have amongst us today Dr. Mohammad Attar Siddiqui, father of Mr. Danish Siddiqui. It's an honor to be with us today, sir. Dr. Siddiqui is a retired professor of education, IASE, Faculty of Education, Jamia Millia Islamia University, Jamia Nagar, New Delhi. He has 40 years of teaching and research experience in the field of education and 20 years of administrative experience. And he has more than 60 publications, including books, research papers, articles, chapters, and research reports in the area of specialization. Dr. Siddiqui specializes in education management and administration, teacher education, comparative education, education of disadvantaged groups and minorities. He has worked as former chairperson, National Council for Teacher Education, and also as a former chairperson of NCTE Review Committee, a high-powered committee appointed by MHRD. We now invite Professor Siddiqui to speak a few words in the memory of his brave son, Danish Siddiqui.
Thank you very much, Dr. Pandey, Dr. Amrish, and the entire team of the Institute for having considered Danish for this prestigious award in the name of a renowned journalist who again was fighting for the freedom of the country, and he laid his life in that process. I would certainly say that the media fraternity has been deprived of a very, very precious personality in Danish Siddiqui, and has celebrated his work across the world, has mourned his death across the world, and celebrated his work time and again. Every day, even now, something is happening in his name. In the next week, an exhibition on his work is being organized in New York. A couple of days back, another exhibition was organized in France again. One event was mentioned regarding France earlier. Another one was organized a couple of days ago. I'm grateful that the institution has recognized Danish and his contribution, and I say that his life, his work, his professionalism should certainly inspire especially the young journalists in the field. I hope that his legacy will continue to be there in the field. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. We are also privileged to have amongst us Professor Iftikhar Ahmed, former director of MCRC Jamia and former director of FTII Pune, who would be sharing his experience and thoughts on Danish Siddiqui with us today. Dr. Iftikhar Ahmed started the journey of his illustrious career in 1982 from Doordarshan, wherein he worked as a production staff. His interest in media education led him to join the Film and Television Institute of India, Pune, as a faculty member in 1987. In 1996, he was selected to the post of Dean and worked on that position until he joined AJKMCRC. Dr. Iftikhar has also worked as Director of Electronic Media Production Center, IGNU, where he managed Gyan Darshan 1 and 2 TV channels, 37 Gyanwani FM radio stations, and a production house at EMPC. Dr. Iftikhar Ahmed is a doctorate in environmental issues in TV news programs from University of Pune. Now I invite Dr. Iftikhar to share his thoughts on Danish.
Yeah, thanks a lot for inviting me to this event. I am really pleased. Dr. Ambrish, Dr. Bala, especially Professor Akhtar Siddiqui Sahab, who was the highly respected and popular professor of Jamia Millia when I was working there. Incidentally, when I joined MCRC in 2004, very shortly afterwards, Danish has joined as a student. And myself and Professor Akhtar Siddiqui used to meet in various meetings. Otherwise, also, since he was a very popular and respected professor and dean of Jamia Millia, we used to meet him very often and inquire about him. He also used to visit MCRC. And in the talk, he used to ask me, how is Danish doing? So I had to keep an eye on Danish because of his interest as a father. But later on, I found that gradually Danish is stabilized in the course. And not only he was sincere towards his work, he has started gaining confidence. He became quite popular, not only amongst his classmates, but also amongst the teachers. And also he used to see to it that after finishing his own assignments of filming, photography, radio programming, and other things, he used to help other students a lot. So still all those students remember him the way he used to go out of way to help those students. And by the time he finished the course, I was quite pleased to see his final product. And I was sure that one day he will get a good name and he will establish it himself. But beyond my expectation, he had a breakthrough in the industry, and he very quickly established in the media profession. And in fact, when I used to see his photographs, because he used to meet me, he used to visit MCRC. And even if I left, when I left MCRC, again joined back Film Institute, he was in touch with me. I used to see his photograph. I was really pleased to see his framing, tonal quality of the photograph, his composition, and the empathy that his photographs could draw. I was really surprised the way he used to depict the miseries of human being, the humanitarian consideration which his photographs depicted, and the rare human gestures, postures, facial expression he used to capture was really highly appreciable. And I was sure that he will become an international photographer, and he proved it very quickly. And all the photographs that he has are really remarkable, remarkable. Very rarely I see with his age group doing that kind of photography. So it became a symbol. He became a symbol for all the MCRCS students, that how quickly you can achieve the excellence in your work. And I still quote him. Still I teach, still I am associated with the School of Journalism, Patna, where I very often quote him. I show his photographs, I show his works. So he has become not an excellent photographer, but an academic discipline in himself. So I understand that he has become a national level, international level photographer, and he has entered into his work has entered into the academics. So really, another thing I found in him, the bravery he has to do, and the enthusiasm to do the things. So I really feel sorry at the tragic ends, and I can say at the end a couplet that गिरते हैं शहसवार ही मैदान जंग में, वो तिफल क्या गिरेगा जो घुटनों के बल चले. In the era of fake news, in the era of lies, if there was an illuminating light, it was Danish Siddiqui. And he has really touched my heart, and I will always remember with all my passion and love to him. All the best wishes to him and to his family members and his friends.
Thank you so much, sir, for your words. Today we are also joined by Mr. Abbas.
Just an interruption, Dr. Krishna. I think taking this opportunity, I want to say Professor Iftikhar Ahmed, thanks very much from the core of my heart for remembering his old student in so many good words. Thank you, Iftikhar Sahab. Thank you very much. So nice of you, seeing you after a long time on the screen. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Iftikhar sir, and also Siddiqui sir. Today we are also joined by Mr. Abbas Muzaffar, who knew Danish. Mr. Abbas Muzaffar is an electronic media and digital media professional with over 20 years of work experience in broadcasting, video content producer, digital media companies and corporate multinationals. He has worked in India, Singapore, Afghanistan, and Spain. Mr. Abbas Muzaffar has led video production for Times Internet, Times of India Group. He has also been instrumental in establishing TV channels like National Geographic Hindi, Neo Sports, Neo Cricket, and One TV Kabul. He has directed, produced, and creatively supervised flagship programs for National Geographic, Star TV, ZTV, FTV, Sony, Max, etc., and video content for digital media companies and corporate houses. Mr. Abbas has produced and directed Indian Idol 2, Jeena Isi Ka Naam Hai, Extra Innings ICC Cricket World Cup 2003, Amul India Show, MTV WhatsApp The Voice of Hindustan, documentary film titled Decade of 90s for National Geographic Channel, etc. Mr. Abbas Muzaffar had the opportunity to know Danish while working in Afghanistan. Let's hear him sharing his experience with Danish. Over to you, Mr. Abbas.
Thank you very much for inviting me. Firstly, let me just correct you slightly. Danish Siddiqui was actually many years junior to me. My connection with him or my familiarity with him is by the virtue of his work. It is his work, which kind of got me intrigued to him, and that's how I started sort of following him. And some of the works, which I would say are unparalleled, unfortunately might have got missed in your AV. But yeah, I mean, I'm glad that you guys are giving him this award, and he is definitely the most deserving media personality, I would say, in this year to have brought the laurels to the country by what he did and the way he did it. See, when I entered in Jamia Mass Communication, and quite sort of organically, everybody firstly used to get attracted towards the photography, the still photography, because that was taught in the first year. And we had all those, big professional cameras to be used by the students, which we perhaps could have never afforded, being normal students and stuff, unless we go in an institution like Jamia. So the first thing, in photography that we got to sort of be taught and understand was the decisive moments, capturing the decisive moments. What I saw in Danish Siddiqui's work and in my living memory, I have not seen any photographer, any, I would say, Indian photographer who could have had that knack, at such young age, at such, when he was like, he almost started. He was what? He was around 40. So one was, his ability of capturing the decisive moment. We used to see, for decisive moment, we used to see some of the landmark work of, the person who epitomizes that was Henri Cartier-Bresson. Okay. But even his work was not in the dangerous situations of a war zone. His work was mostly the street side photography or a natural or a normal documentary photography. In Danish's case, one was his exceptional ability to capture the decisive moment. And that too in a situation where there is danger all around. I mean, I have worked in Afghanistan, and I could tell you that, being in Afghanistan, forget working and forget being a journalist or a still photographer who's actually capturing decisive moments, while the war is going on, which is far from what I did. Getting that correct moment, which can tell the story of what is going on, what is happening. That's amazing. That's the ability that this guy had. And I would say that, that in my living memory so far, I do not see anybody's work sort of comparable with that. For that matter, one of that picture during the Delhi riots, when there is this, there's this man, a Muslim man who's being lynched, and he took that photograph. I can only imagine what all has been going in his mind. He himself having an identity. He is, as a camera person, he is figuring out 20 other things like his technicalities of of his exposure, of his frame, of his composition, and all that. And then he has landed himself in a situation where he could get caught and he could get killed. Okay, being in Afghanistan, I would say that that if you survive, I was there in the most rough period in 2009, 2010, when I was setting up a TV channel. And I was going around. I did not go to the regions, where Danish went, which even at that time were the most dangerous places, which were bordering the Pakistan, Afghanistan. I never went there, so I do not know about those places. But him, having such a fine or such an exceptional photographic ability, besides that, the bravery in him, of knowing that what he is putting himself into. So I mean, I all I could sum up with is by saying that that a big salute and and hats off to him.
Thank you so much, Mr. Abbas Muzaffar. Thank you so much for coming here and sharing your views on Danish. Mr. Manish Swarup is an accredited photojournalist working with the Associated Press, New York, based wire agency in New Delhi. He has covered through his lens war-torn Iraq, traveled to post-war Kosovo in Yugoslavia and Kabul, Afghanistan. He has also been to Nepal, Bangladesh, and Sri Lanka on various assignments. Besides having covered tsunami devastation from Port Blair, some of his other work within India includes coverage of militancy in Kashmir, the earthquake in Gujarat, floods in Orissa, the Kumbh Mela, fashion and Indian politics. He also loved doing portraits, people and softer scenes of nature, art, children. He has in his collection of photographs most Indian artists and maestros of classical Indian music. Mr. Manish also knew Danish Siddiqui and has closely worked with him in Afghanistan. Let's have a look at what he has to say about his friend.
हेलो, आप सब लोगों को दानिश के काम के बारे में बहुत कुछ पता होगा, शायद मुझसे भी ज़्यादा। पर आज मैं आप लोगों के साथ दानिश के बारे में कुछ शेयर करना चाहता हूँ, क्योंकि फ़ोटोग्राफ़ी तो हम सब लोग करते हैं और हम सब लोग आगे भी करते रहेंगे, पर उनमें से दानिश जो निकलते हैं वो बहुत कम होते हैं। फ़ोटोग्राफ़ी कहाँ ख़त्म होती है और दानिश कहाँ शुरू होते हैं, ये कहना बहुत मुश्किल है। दोनों एक दूसरे के पूरक हैं और साथ में अलग अलग भी हैं। फ़ोटोग्राफ़ी हमारी खुद की अभिव्यक्ति है, जो हम हैं वही हमारी तस्वीरें बोलती हैं। इसीलिए दानिश और मैंने कई असाइनमेंट साथ साथ किए हैं और हर बार उनकी सहजता और हंसमुख स्वभाव ने मुझे हमेशा प्रभावित किया है। कितना भी मुश्किल असाइनमेंट हो, दानिश को मैंने कभी भी परेशान नहीं देखा और यही कारण है उनकी सारी तस्वीरें सबसे अलग हैं। हमेशा कुछ नया या फिर लीक से हटकर करना जो लोगों ने नहीं देखा और ना सोचा, वो अपनी फ़ोटोग्राफ़ी में लाना दानिश के लिए एक आम बात है। एक स्टोरी की तह तक पहुंचना, उनकी हर तस्वीर में आप अपने आप को कनेक्ट कर सकते हैं। टू कीप इट सिंपल and yet make it strong is one of the rarest qualities in his picture. That's why he always used to say, and I quote, "While I enjoy covering news stories from business to politics to sports, what I enjoy most is capturing the human face of a breaking story." फोटो जर्नलिज्म में पेशेंस और सही समय पर सही जगह बहुत मायने रखता है और ये दोनों चीज़ें दानिश में खूब थी। एक परफेक्ट शॉट के लिए वो घंटों इंतज़ार करते थे और बिना किसी परेशानी के। यही कारण है और यही क्वालिटी है जो एक परफेक्ट फ़ोटो जर्नलिस्ट में है। और अंत में मैं यही बोलना चाहूँगा कि बात पुलित्ज़र और अन्य अवार्ड की नहीं है, बात है आपके एटीट्यूड की, आपके लगन की, आपकी मेहनत की और आपकी ऑनेस्टी की। अगर वो सब आप में है तो पुलित्ज़र जैसे कई अवार्ड आपको अपने आप ढूंढ लेंगे, जैसे कि दानिश को ढूंढ लिया और जैसे आप लोगों ने दानिश को ढूंढ लिया। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। बेस्ट ऑफ यू।
Thank you so much, Manishi. We have another colleague who has worked closely with Mr. Danish Siddiqui in Reuters. She is Ms. Soumya Khandelwal. Ms. Soumya Khandelwal is the contributing photojournalist with Time Magazine, National Geographic, and the New York Times. A Getty Images Instagram grantee 2017 for her work, Child Brides of Shravasti. Soumya's work focuses on gender and environmental issues. Nominated for World Press Photo 6x6 Global Talent Program from Asia region in 2019, Soumya Khandelwal has built a diverse body of work spanning journalism and documentary genre of photography over the past 7 years. She has previously worked with Thomson Reuters and National Daily Hindustan Times. She has also contributed for the Wall Street Journal, Washington Post, Rest of the World, The Guardian, Bloomberg Business Week, Technology Review, Virginia Quality Review, Vanity Fair, Caravan, etc., and also worked with NGOs like Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, Malala Fund, and Acumen Path India, etc. Soumya is also the recipient of National Foundation of India Award 2017. Soumya and Danish worked together in Reuters. Although she was in Delhi office and Mr. Danish was in Mumbai office, she has some fond memories to share on him.
Hello, I'm Soumya Khandelwal and I'm a photojournalist. Danish was the finest photojournalist we had. His demise was an untimely demise, but we as photojournalists must learn how to deal with the demise of a colleague every few years. That's how it has become. Danish has produced some of the most iconic images of our times, and they've come to represent very important events in the history of this country. We remember his image of the Delhi riots. We remember his image of the Jamia firing, and those images have not just become viral, but have also come to be important testimonies of the events and important proof of the events that happened in our country in those points of time. But the way in which Danish's imagery stands out for me is not just for its spot news value, it's also for his humane perspective and his sensitive and subtle eye. His images from the Rohingya crisis, which were extremely sensitive images of a very challenging time, have stayed with me. Particularly this image of a little boy taking refuge under a huge leaf while it's raining. Also the image from the migrant crisis during the first COVID lockdown, when a father is carrying his child on his shoulders while he's walking home. They've been extremely sensitive images, but have come to represent the reality of this country in a time when talking about the reality of the country and the politics of this country is extremely challenging and also involves a lot of risk. Personally, I knew Danish from my time at Thomson Reuters in 2018, where we worked briefly together. He was in the Mumbai office and I was based in Delhi, and we interacted on few occasions. Eventually, we worked together as contemporary on the field, and the way I would always remember Danish is this quiet man who could easily be lost in the crowd, and he was very sure-footed of what he did. He was an unusual breed, and I thought of him to be the best we had. It's a really big loss for not just the photography industry, but for the news industry in general, because Danish's journalism was of the brave kind and of the very sensitive kind, a combination which is very rare to coexist in a time like these. Thank you.
Thank you, Soumya. Now, to announce the conferment of Ganesh Shankar Vidyarthi Award to Mr. Ashish Kumar, I invite my colleague, Ms. Mudita Raj, Assistant Professor, DME Media School, to take over from here. Mudita.
Now I request Justice Bhavar Singh Sir, Director General, Delhi Metropolitan Education, to confer the Ganesh Shankar Vidyarthi Award for Value-Based Journalism posthumously on Mr. Ashish Kumar. Sir.
Mr. Aman Sahni, distinguished guests, including the father of late Dinesh Siddiqui, ladies and gentlemen, I deem it my privilege confer upon Mr. Ashish Kumar Ganesh Shankar Vidyarthi Award for his good journalism and his great contribution to the media personalities. Friends, I'm delighted to be a part of this valedictory function.
The Media School of Delhi Metropolitan Education, Noida, is pleased to present Ganesh Shankar Vidyarthi Award for Value-Based Journalism to Mr. Ashish Kumar, the journalist who sacrificed his life in the line of duty while performing his editorial responsibilities towards truth and well-being of citizens during COVID-19 crisis on May 1st, 2021. He was 36. Mr. Ashish Kumar was working as news editor with India Ahead. He was a COVID frontline worker and corona warrior who fought with highest journalistic spirit of serving the society. He had a diverse and rich experience having worked with newsrooms of organizations like Republic TV, WION, NewsX, India Today, NDTV, and Zee Business. He believed in planning communication and content in a manner that all representatives of the society are given a free space to express their issues and opinions. As a journalist, Ashish covered stories of various beats across India. His prominent skills included news writing, scripting, and planning. He also had hands-on experience in newsroom management, social media campaigns, and creative supervision. DME Media School recognizes the exemplary feats of young working journalists by awarding them Ganesh Shankar Vidyarthi Award, presented during the valedictory ceremony of Vritika 2021, #Youth for India, a convention of media students on October 13, 2021. This award, presented to media professionals for their extraordinary achievements, was initiated in 2019 in the name of the noted freedom fighter, crusader, activist, and journalist, Shri Ganesh Shankar Vidyarthi. It aimed at promoting inclusive and rational journalism with a critical thinking outlook.
He was a COVID frontline worker and corona warrior who fought with the highest journalistic spirit of serving society. He had a diverse and rich experience, having worked in newsrooms of organizations like Republic TV, WION, NewsX, India Today, NDTV, and Zee Business. He believed in planning communication and content in a manner that all representatives of the society are given a free space to express their issues and opinions. He is Ashish Kumar. Ashish was working as the news editor of India Ahead. As a journalist, Ashish covered stories of various beats across India. His prominent skills included news writing, scripting, and planning. He also had hands-on experience in newsroom management, social media campaigns, and creative supervision. DME Media School salutes Ashish Kumar's spirit and proudly confers him with the Ganesh Shankar Vidyarthi Award posthumously for value-based journalism.
We have amongst us wife of Mr. Ashish Kumar, Ms. Priyanka. Ms. Priyanka is currently working as a TGT in Amity International School, Vasundhara. Ma'am has over 13 years of experience teaching Sanskrit. She is an avid reader and has an interest in short plays and poetry. Ma'am is also passionate about theatre and has directed plays at school level. Thank you, ma'am, for joining us. I request Ms. Priyanka to address the gathering now.
Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, DME College. Thank you, Dr. Amir sir, Dr. Sushmita Bala ma'am, and everyone, the entire team of Drishtri. ये बहुत सम्मान की और ऑनर की बात है मेरे लिए कि मैं आशीष के लिए ये अवार्ड रिसीव कर रही हूँ और मैंने देखा है वो स्ट्रगल, वो सब चीज़ें वो एक मीडिया फ्रंट लाइन वर्कर के लिए क्या प्रॉब्लम्स आती हैं, न्यूज़ रूम कैसे रन होता है, 24/7 की जॉब, आप कभी भी कॉल आउट कर सकते हैं, आपको बुला रहे हैं, इमरजेंसी हो रही है तो आप सब काम कर रहे हैं। और आशीष उन सब के लिए पैशनेट थे, बहुत ज़्यादा पैशनेट थे। और मैं अक्सर आशीष को बोला करती थी कि शायद ही कोई ऐसी न्यूज़ रूम की प्रॉब्लम हो कि जो तुमसे सॉर्ट ना होती हो या तुम्हें ना पता हो कि किसी चीज़ को कैसे सामने रखूं, कैसे करना है, प्लानिंग कैसे करनी है। यस, ही वाज अ वॉरियर। बहुत अच्छे से कोविड टाइम के अंदर भी फ्रंट लाइन में आकर वो काम कर रहे थे, अपनी ड्यूटीज को कंप्लीट कर रहे थे। I have no words to express my gratitude and what I say, matlab thank you so much everyone and the entire team जो उनके टैलेंट को पहचाना और आपने उनको सम्मानित किया। Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Priyanka.
Thank you, ma'am.
God bless you.
Thank you, ma'am. We also have among us Mr. Ankit Paliwal. Mr. Ashish Kumar and Mr. Ankit Paliwal joined Z on the same day in 2006, and they both worked together for many years. They both were together since their graduation days. Mr. Ankit Paliwal is one of the most trusted investigative journalists in India. Ankit has worked with top media houses like Republic TV, CNN, Z News. Mr. Ankit Paliwal is currently working with Republic TV News Network as an input editor. Sir did many investigative stories like Don Ravi, Pujari Hideout, Mehul Choksi Nirav Modi Burst. He is the only journalist who infiltrated Lakshar-e-Taiban digital training camps. Over to you, sir.
So much DME, Amrish Saxena sir, Shushmita Bala ma'am, Aman Sahani sir, मुझे यहाँ पर इनवाइट करने के लिए। मैंने दानिश सिद्दीकी की जो स्टोरी आपने बताई, मैं बहुत मतलब मैंने उनसे बात की थी जिस दिन उनकी डेथ हुई थी उससे 3-4 दिन पहले, क्योंकि वो अफगानिस्तान में थे और तालिबान और अफगानिस्तान के बीच में बहुत सारी चीज़ें उथल पुथल हो रहा था, तो मेरी बातचीत हुई थी। तो मैं आशीष तो मेरा बहुत अच्छा दोस्त था, तो मैं अभी जब दानिश की बात मैं सुन रहा था तो मेरे पास एक वीडियो है, वो वीडियो मैं आप लोगों को दिखाना चाहता हूँ। ये दानिश की आखिरी वीडियो थी, ये वीडियो आप देखिए। ये वीडियो दानिश जब शूट पे जा रहे थे आर्मी के साथ, अफगान आर्मी के साथ, तब उनके ऊपर जो हमला हुआ था, जिस हमवी में वो बैठे, जिस आर्मी की गाड़ी में वो बैठे थे, उस समय ये शूट किया गया था। तो ये आखिरी एक वीडियो मेरे पास था, उन्होंने ट्विटर पे भी डाला था अपने, तो मुझे लगा कि इस समय वो दिखानी बहुत जरूरी है कि किस तरीके से दानिश सिद्दीकी ने बहुत ब्रेवली इस पूरे चीजों को शूट किया। हम लोगों तक जो चीजें पहुंचती हैं वो इतनी आसान नहीं होती, तो वही दिखाने के लिए वीडियो मैं आपको दिखा रहा था। आशीष के बारे में जब भी मैं बात करता हूँ या मैं सोचता हूँ आशीष वर्ड को, तो मुझे एक हंसता खेलता एक चेहरा नजर आता है, क्योंकि आशीष मेरा कॉलेज सीनियर था, लेकिन सीनियर से ज्यादा मेरा भाई था। बहुत अच्छे से हम बातचीत करते थे, बहुत अच्छे से मिलते थे, जुलते थे। कॉलेज में रिक्रूटमेंट शुरू हुआ, तो रिक्रूटमेंट में मैं और आशीष दोनों ने एक ही दिन जी न्यूज नेटवर्क हमने ज्वाइन किया था। जी बिजनेस आशीष ने ज्वाइन किया था और जी न्यूज मैंने ज्वाइन किया था। डेली हम मिलते थे, डेली डिस्कस करते थे, अरे तेरा ऑफिस कैसा था, मतलब तेरा कैसा काम है, तुझे ज्यादा परेशानी तो नहीं। तो मैं हमेशा उसे देखता था, वो इधर उधर भागता ही रहता था, कभी किसी एंकर का काम पकड़ लिया, कभी किसी प्रोड्यूसर का काम पकड़ लिया। तो वो जब देखो सिर्फ इधर से उधर भागता था, काम में लगा रहता था, बिजी रहता था। तो मैं उससे हमेशा पूछता था, मैंने कहा भाई पूरे ऑफिस का काम सिर्फ तू ही कर रहा है क्या? तो बहुत मतलब हार्ड वर्किंग आप कह सकते हो, बहुत हार्ड वर्किंग था, बहुत डेडिकेटेड था। तो आशीष से लगातार मैं टच में रहता था। कुछ दिन पहले करीब 1-1.5 साल पहले की बात है, जब मेरे पास उसका फोन आया, और आशीष, मैं उस समय मुंबई में रिपब्लिक टीवी में काम करता था, तो मेरे पास फोन आया, कुछ चेंज करना था उसको, मतलब ऑफिस में उसका मन नहीं लग रहा था कहीं। तो उसने मुझसे डिस्कस किया कि क्या भाई रिपब्लिक टीवी में हो सकता है। तो डिस्कस किया हमने, अच्छे बुरे चीजें जो है वो हमने शेयर की। उसके बाद रिपब्लिक टीवी में उसने ज्वाइन किया और उसके बाद फिर धीरे उसको नहीं समझ आया होगा तो फिर वो इंडिया हेड चला गया। तो ये सारी चीजें हुई, बहुत घंटों तक हमारी बातचीत हुई। तो मुझे कभी लगा नहीं वो किसी भी परिस्थितियों में हो, उस परिस्थिति में उसका चेहरा, उसकी मुस्कान वो हमेशा सेम ही रहती थी। मैंने कभी उसे बहुत ज्यादा परेशान नहीं देखा। परेशान होगा लेकिन अपने चेहरे पे कभी वो लाता नहीं था। जैसा मतलब हम लोगों के शायद चेहरे पे पता लग जाता है कि हम कितने परेशान हैं। मैंने आशीष के चेहरे पर कभी नहीं देखा। कोरोना आया, सबके लिए नया था, किसी को नहीं पता था कैसे ये फैलता है, कैसे ये होता है। जैसे फ्रंट लाइनर्स, हेल्थ वर्कर्स, पुलिसकर्मी ये सब काम पे लगे थे, ऐसे ही जर्नलिज्म के जर्नलिस्ट जो है वो भी लगे हुए थे। वो भी अपने घर परिवार को छोड़कर आम जनता को एक एक जानकारी पहुंचानी है उसके लिए काम कर रहे थे। फील्ड पर थे, ऑफिस में थे, न्यूज रूम में थे। पता नहीं किसको कब कैसे कहां कोरोना वायरस अफेक्ट कर दे, नहीं पता। लेकिन वो जो जज्बा होता है कि हमें एक एक चीज अपने दर्शकों तक पहुंचानी है, हमें एक वो अपडेट जो हमारे पास आ रहा है, जो हमारे दर्शकों के लिए बहुत महत्वपूर्ण है, वो सारी चीजें हमें उन तक पहुंचानी है। यही जज्बे के साथ आशीष भी काम कर रहा था। आशीष को कोरोना हुआ, मैंने एक पोस्ट देखा, मुझे पता नहीं था कि उसको कोरोना हो गया। मैंने एक पोस्ट देखा जिसमें उसने सिलेंडर, ऑक्सीजन सिलेंडर की डिमांड की थी कि मुझे ऑक्सीजन सिलेंडर की बहुत ज्यादा जरूरत है। मैंने उसे मैसेज किया, हालांकि उसने उस दिन मेरा मैसेज नहीं पढ़ा। नेक्स्ट डे जब मेरी उससे बात हुई तो भी उसने मेरे से कोई मतलब ज्यादा बात नहीं करी। मेरे मैसेज में बस ये हुआ, भाई काम हो गया। वो उसी दिन मैंने देखा एक वीडियो और डाला जिसमें ये था कि मुझे सिलेंडर मिल गया है, और एक उसने वीडियो डाला कि एक कोई आए थे और वो एक वीडियो, एक सिलेंडर है छोटा सा, वो लेके आए थे और वो सारी चीज। कुछ दिन बाद, करीब 1-2 दिन बाद की बात होगी, मेरे पास उसी के टीममेट का मेरे पास फोन आया कि आशीष के साथ ऐसा हो गया, क्या तुझे पता? मैं बड़ा शॉक था। मैंने कहा अभी तो मेरी बात हो रही थी और अभी वो बोल रहा था कि मैं बिल्कुल ठीक हूं, अभी सब कुछ ठीक है। तो ये एकदम से आंखों के सामने से चले जाना, मेरे अंदर, मेरे दिमाग में वो सारी बातें याद आ रही थी जो मैं उससे करता था। वो बातें याद आ रही जो मेरी लास्ट टाइम उससे बात हुई थी, घंटों मतलब आधे पौने घंटे मेरी उससे बात हुई थी। तो बातचीत में क्या क्या हमारे डिस्कशंस हुए थे वो सब सामने आने लग गए। आशीष एक जिंदा दिल इंसान था। जिंदा दिल मतलब कभी किसी को परेशान देखता था तो वो उसकी प्रॉब्लम को सॉल्व करता है। जैसा कि अभी उनकी वाइफ ने भी बताया कि न्यूज रूम में कोई भी प्रॉब्लम होती थी तो वो हर जगह आता था। तो ऐसे ही वो असल जिंदगी में भी था। किसी को भी कोई भी प्रॉब्लम होगी और वो आशीष को पता लग गई तो आशीष उसको सॉल्व करेगा। तो ये उसकी खासियत थी। आशीष मेरे लिए एक भाई की तरह था और भाई हमेशा रहेगा। और हम सब के लिए उसका जाना एक क्षति है और जो क्षति कभी पूरी नहीं हो सकती। क्षति ऐसी कि हम पूरा करना भी चाहें तो नहीं होगा। और आशीष जैसा इंसान कभी मैं भूल नहीं पाऊंगा, क्योंकि मेरे और उसके बीच में जो हमने शेयर किया है वो चीजें मेरे दिमाग में हमेशा घूमती रहती है। और मैं एक और बात बताऊं, मेरा और आशीष का जन्मदिन सेम डे था, सेम डे होता था 7 अगस्त। और हम लोग आपस में बातचीत करते थे। जब हमारा बर्थडे होता था हम एक दूसरे को विश करते थे। तो आशीष, अब मैं विश तो करूंगा और हमेशा करता रहूंगा, बस तुम नहीं होगे मुझे विश करने के लिए। थैंक यू।
We have received a video message from Mr. Amish Devgan, who has worked with Mr. Ashish Kumar closely. Mr. Amish Devgan is an Indian news anchor who is the managing editor of News 18 India. He is well known for his debate show, Arpar. Mr. Devgan was the editor and a news anchor of Zee Business from 2014 to 15. Previously, he had also served stints at Hindustan Times. He also worked in IBN 7 as an executive director and a news anchor in 2016. I now request the technical team to please play the video we received.
आशीष एक वाकई बड़ा, क्योंकि मैंने खुद अनुभव किया है, बहुत मेहनती लड़का था जिसमें कुछ करने का जज्बा था। और जब वो आया था तो शायद वो उसने विप्स से पास आउट किया था, जहां तक मुझे ध्यान में आता है। और डॉक्टर अम्बरीश सक्सेना ही उसके गुरु थे। और विप्स से पढ़कर वो लड़का जब आया, उसके जज्बा था कि वो कुछ करे। मुझे अच्छी तरह याद है जब मेरी उससे पहली या दूसरी मुलाकात थी तो उसने मुझे बोला मैं एंकर बनना चाहता हूं। तो मैंने उसको एक बात बोली, मैं कहा देखिए हर कोई आके तो एंकर नहीं बनता आशीष, लेकिन आप मेहनत अगर करें तो मुकाम हासिल कर सकते हैं। तो वो समझ गया और उसने खूब मेहनत करी। उसके बाद वो कई चैनल्स में रहा, न्यूज एक्स में रहा जिसने उसमें बेहतरीन काम किया, फिर वियॉन में गया उसने बेहतरीन काम किया। लेकिन जब मेरे को जानकारी मैं खुद कोविड से ग्रसित था और सोशल मीडिया में हम लगातार देख रहे थे कि खबरें आ रही थी, मेरा बड़ा ही आप कह सकते हैं करीबी सहयोगी रोहित सरदाना की जान भी चली गई इस कोविड काल में। जब आशीष की खबर मिली तो मेरे को ट्विटर से जानकारी मिली, जैसे ही पता लगा तो वाकई बहुत दुख लगा। लेकिन शायद ईश्वर को यही मंजूर था। भगवान उसके परिवार को शक्ति दे।
We have another video message from Ms. Ananya Das Gupta, who has worked closely with Mr. Ashish Kumar in WION and NewsX. Ms. Ananya Das Gupta has nearly 2 decades of experience in TV news. She was a founding employee of CNN News 18, where she anchored the daily news for nearly 11 years. Ms. Das Gupta is an alumnus of Cardiff University, Asian College of Journalism, and Jadavpur University. I now request the technical team to please play the video received.
Namaste. The one thing that most of us know about television news are the faces we see on screen, the reporters and the anchors. But what we may not realize is the hard work that goes on behind the scenes. The people who are working tirelessly day in, day out and putting up news shows. There are copy editors, video editors, shift editors, producers, all of whom are managing each and every element that goes to put up a television news bulletin. And they are the backbone of the TV newsroom, really. And Ashish was that backbone. He was reliable, he was committed, and he was very hardworking. Why reliable? Because to come in and day out at 5 in the morning punctually, to manage the entire shift of youngsters, to ensure that you pick up the right news, you pick up the right headlines, to manage breaking news sometimes all by yourself with a very small team is not easy. And he did that over and over again in the many newsrooms that he's worked with and in the newsrooms that I've had the privilege of working with him. I want to thank the organizers of this award ceremony for honoring Ashish's hard work and for acknowledging the work of the people who are behind the scenes of the television newsroom. Thank you.
DAV Media School and Team Ritika salutes the spirit of Mr. Danish Siddiqui and Mr. Ashish Kumar. Now, moving towards the prize distribution ceremony, Ritika 2021, I would like to request Dr. Sushmita Bala, under whose guidance Ritika was organized, to share her comments on the same. Bala ma'am.
Thank you, Dr. Tinam. I thank all the dignitaries for their presence on this occasion. The result of the competitions conducted during these 3 days of Ritika 2021 will be announced shortly. I would like to appreciate all the participants for putting in effort and hard work, no matter whether you win or not. It is important that you show confidence in coming out of your shell and try something new. But since it is a competition, we have to announce winners and we trust the wisdom of our jury. I congratulate all the winners and participants and wish them luck. Dr. Tinambura will now present to you winners of all the competitions. Over to Tinam.
Thank you, ma'am. So I'm sure all the participants are waiting for this moment. Yes, can I have the next slide? So we had this pre-submission events, 55 fiction, book and film review, cartoon making, digital art, mobile filmmaking, print ad, photography, and news report writing. And we are going to see the results of these events. For 55 fiction, we had two judges, Dr. Mani Padma, who is a doctor, blogger, and a writer, and our alumni judge was Hardeep Singh, who is now an assistant professor of journalism and mass communication. The winners are, the first prize are Nidarshana from Symbiosis Institute of Media and Communication. The second prize jointly goes to Drishya Madhur and Sufia Mirza from DME. And the third prize goes to Parthona Fukon from Tezpur University. Congratulations to all the winners. Next, we have a book and film review competition. The judges were Ms. Deepa Jutshi, who is a media educator, and our alumni judge was Mr. Suprabhash Yadav, a theater artist. The winners of this competition, the first prize, Suramya Kaushik, Symbiosis Institute of Media and Communication, Kalpajyoti Bhuya from Tezpur University, and Mehak Arora from Punjab University. Next, for the cartoon making competition, the judges were Ms. Deepika Dhawan, who's a research scholar at Amity University in Noida, and Mr. Punit Rajani, who's a reporter at Republic Media Network. The winners of this competition, the first prize goes to Yash Sharma from K.R. Mangalam University, Shrishti Kathayat from Delhi Metropolitan Education, and Priyanshi Pandey from Delhi Metropolitan Education. Congratulations. Moving on for digital art competition, which was judged by Mr. Satyabrat Ray, a senior art director, and Janita Sabu, one of our alumni, and who is a researcher and a reporter. The winners, Drishya Madhur from DME, Pragyanu Saikya from Sri Venkateshwarya College, and Himanshu Dabral from Chandigarh University. Congratulations. Next, we have mobile filmmaking competition. The judges were Dr. Ankit Sharma and Ms. Chaitra Nambiar. So the winners of this competition, first prize goes to Yash Sharma and group. Second prize goes to Prachi Visht, and the third prize goes to Anushka Jain of Delhi School of Journalism. Next, we have the print ad competition. The judges were Dr. Anjuman Bora, Assistant Professor, Department of Journalism and Mass Communication, Tezpur University, and Mr. Ashutosh Kumar, Associate at the Economic Times Telecom Vertical. The winners are first prize Srimoyi Roy Chaudhary of Symbiosis Institute of Mass Communication, R. Nidarshana of Symbiosis Institute of Mass Communication, and the third prize goes to Priyanka from K.R. Mangalam University. Next, we have the photography competition, which was judged by Mr. Ashraf Ali, who is the Director of Photography, News 24 Media College, ISMS, and Mr. Amandip Singh, photographer, videographer, and video editor. So the winners are Anushka Banerjee from APG Institute of Mass Communication, Johnson Priyadarshi, Central University of Himachal Pradesh, and Divya Rao, K.R. Mangalam University. Next, we have the news writing competition. The judges were Dr. Ekta Mahajan, Assistant Professor, Department of Journalism and Mass Communication, IK Gujral, Punjab Technical University, and Mr. Mohit Kishore Vats, Assistant Professor, Media School, DME. The winners of this competition, Srimoyi Roy Chaudhary from Symbiosis Institute of Media and Communication, Yukta Bed from Symbiosis Institute of Media and Communication, and Tapasya Iyer from Symbiosis Institute of Media and Communication. Congratulations to all the winners. Next, we come to the live events that were held. We had the interview skills competition, group discussion, media debate, media quiz, monologue, RJ Hunt, and slam poetry competitions. So yes, please. Yes, for the interview skills competition, the judges were Dr. Hemant Kaushik and Mr. Naman Sharma. So the winners of this competition, we have a tie at the first place. Mrinal Rawat and Khushi Chaudhary, the team of Mrinal Rawat and Khushi Chaudhary, and Anwar Hassan and Harshi Sharma, both these teams were from DME. The second prize goes to Prakhar Srivastav and Pavel Agnidiksha from K.R. Mangalam University. And the third prize, again, another team from DME, Diksha Kakkar and Tina Solanki. Moving on, for the group discussion, the judges were Ms. Yashashwika Yadav, research scholar at JNU, and Ms. Samriddhi Srivastav, senior sub-editor, India Today. The winners, the first prize goes to group number 3, which comprised of Suramya Kaushik, Priya Mishra, Ananya, and Pranjali Srivastav. Second prize goes to the group number 2, Tapasya Iyer, Prachi Bhatnagar, and Akshita Sharma. And the third prize goes to group number 1, Yukta Baid, Aryan Agrahari, Kritika Maurya, and Himani. Congratulations. Next, we have the media debate, which was judged by Dr. Sarvesh Dutt Tripathi, Assistant Professor, USMC GGSIPU, and Mr. Aman Siddiqui, anchor and photographer, who is an alumni of DME. The winners, Priya Mishra from DME, Suramya Kaushik from Symbiosis Institute of Media and Communication, and Ananya Verma from DME. Congratulations. And we have next monologue competition, which was judged by Dr. Kim Arora, Associate Professor, Trinity Institute of Professional Studies, and Tanisha Tyagi, who is an account executive at Column Inches. So can we have the winners? Yes, the first prize goes to Vinayak Mishra from DME. Second prize goes to Jigyasa Khanna from DME. And the third prize goes to Ashay Inamdar from Symbiosis Institute of Media Communication. Congratulations to the winners. For the RJ Hunt competition, which was judged by Ms. Garima Thareja, radio jockey and producer, and Ms. Divya Malhotra, entertainment journalist at ANI. The winners are Malvika Suresh from Symbiosis Institute of Media and Communication, Pooja Asnani from Chandigarh University, and Ankita Gogoi from Dibrugarh University. Congratulations to the winners. And the last competition is slam poetry, judged by Dr. Ritu Dubey Tiwari, who is the principal of NISCOT, and Mr. Yagya Pandey, our alumnus, creative writer and a storyteller. The winners, Ashay Inamdar from Symbiosis Institute of Media and Communication, Ganga Verma from Guru Nanak Girls Senior Secondary School, and Aditya Sengal from Delhi Metropolitan Education. The first group is Sukhmani Malhi, Yash Gupta, Sandipan Khanelwal. The second group is Priya Mishra, Rishabh Patel, and Suchi Pathak. And the third group is Akshita Sharma, Avni Jain, and Anjali. So congratulations to the media quiz winners. Many, many congratulations to all the winners. And now we would like to see all of them on screen, whoever is there, and we would like to have a nice group photo. So many, many congratulations to all the winners. Tina, your camera was not on. Okay. So I congratulate all the winners and the participants and wish them all the good luck. And we hope to see you again in Vritika 2022. So now Mr. Aman Sahani, Vice Chairman, DME Media School, could not come due to some unavoidable circumstances, but he has sent his best wishes for the Vritika team. So can we have the video message from Mr. Aman Sahani?
Vritika 2021 comes to an end, and what a wonderful event it's been. I'd like to congratulate everybody who's taken part in this. A big congratulations also to the DME Media School for organizing it so well. And here's looking forward to even an even larger, grander celebration of media next year in the Vritika 2022. Thank you.
So I would like to thank all the dignitaries for their presence and time. We are grateful that you all took time out of their busy schedules to be with us today.
I would now like to call Ms. Shruti V.S., Assistant Professor, DME Media School, to extend the vote of thanks.
I feel immense pleasure in proposing the vote of thanks for Vritika 2021 To start with, I would like to thank our resource person, jury members, and all our dignitaries for their presence. I would like to thank the management of DME, Mr. Aman Sani, Vice Chairman, DME, Honorable Justice Bawar Singh, Director General DME, and Dr. Ravikant Swami, Director DME, for their support, without which we have not been able to come this far. I'm also thankful to Dr. Amrish Saxena, Dean DME Media School, and Dr. Sushmita Bala, Head DME Media School, for their constant guidance, encouragement at each and every step for Ritika 2021. I thank Jai Hind Times, our media partner, the student body of DME Media School Spark, students with positive attitude and resonating communication. I would also like to take this moment to thank the student organizers, our 5th semester students of BJMC, Muskan Baveja, Soumya Saxena, Shruti Pandey, Shreya Jha, Prakhar Pandey, Akriti Singh, Yashika, Shiv Dhawan, Priya Yadav, Aditi, Riya, Shavik, Vaishnavi, Khushi Nagpal, Twinkle Gupta, Aditi Srivastav, Nayana, Abhilasha, Soumya Gupta, Ashray Mathur, Yavraj Kakkar, Dipanshi Gupta, Shruti Samkriya, Ritika, Vani Mishra, Megha Gupta, Ayushi Verma, Harsh Prajapati, Palak Rastogi, Khushi, Sneha, Aditya, Vaishnavi, Bhavna Sukhija, Ishpreet, Vishal Das, Sunika Kurana, Chaitanya Bhatia, Jessica Arora, Sakshi Thapa, Tanisha Gupta, Rishabh Jain, Ashish Rawat, Janvi Kaler, Vani, Priyansha, Nandini Malhotra, Ekta Baroli, Prashita Rawat, Harsh Kanpal, Lalit Purohit, Anisha Raj, Aditi Rawat, Vidha Singh, Priya Tomar. Special appreciation for exceptional leadership and coordination skills for Priya Yadav, Shavik Mandal, Muskan Baveja, Shreya Jha, and Garvish Oberoi. I dedicated my note of appreciation and gratitude to the entire batch and the student team of the final year students of PJMC. I also extend gratitude to the performers who put together such a vibrant culture performance for all of us, students of Bangla Society, the students of Fashion Society DME, MS Divyashri, Mihir Singh, Ishan Luthra, Naina, Tanisha, Ritika, Aditya, Sneha, students of DME Media School. I would also thank Mr. Runal Rajbongshi, an artist from Tezpur, Assam. Also, gratitude to Mr. Suhail Saif Khan for the beautiful sitar recital. A special note of thanks for my colleagues at DME Media School, Mr. Sachin Nair, Mr. Yogesh Sharma, and Mr. Sumantra Das for the technical support. Mr. Vishal Sahai, Ms. Sukriti Arora, Mr. Mohammad Kamil for handling media coverage, Mr. Pramod Pandey, Mr. Mohit Kishore Vats, Mr. Neet for this support and cooperation, Mr. Anmol Mehta for providing support for design work, Mr. Abhishek Yadav, IT Head DME, for giving us all the technical requirements. Last but not the least, I also like to thank my fellow faculty conveners of Ritika 2021, Dr. Manasvi, Dr. Krishna Pandey, Dr. Teelam Bora, and Mudita Raj for being excellent teammates, working nights, and ensuring the smooth execution of the entire session. And with this, we formally come to the end of the 3-day convention of media students, which is Ritika 2021, United India, Unique Minds, #Youth for India. As it is said that at the end of one story is the beginning of new ones. Even though Ritika 2021 concludes today, DME Media School is also excited to bring you the next big extravaganza for you, the Cineasti International Film Festival of India, CIFI 2021, Cinematic Rejuvenation, organized by Delhi Metropolitan Education in association with Deakin University, Australia. Mr. Tigmanshu Dhulia, noted Indian film director, producer, and screenwriter, is a brand ambassador of CIFI 2021, which is going to be held from December 17 to 23rd, 2021. I invite you all to come and be a part of CIFI 2021. See you at CIFI now. Have a good evening, everyone.
Cineasta International Film Festival of India, that is CIFI. This is the branch of DME and DME Media School.
It's wonderful to know that the latest edition of CIFI is taking place in December 2021.
Hello everyone, I'm Sion Mitchell from Deakin University, and a big congratulations on launching the 3rd Cineast International Film Festival of India.
Hello and welcome to the 3rd edition of CIFI.
DME Media School is organizing the 3rd
edition of SIFI Film Festival in collaboration with Deakin University, Melbourne, Australia.
We look forward to hosting you to this DME Deakin partnered week-long film festival in December 2021.
And from the very first edition, we had this in collaboration with Deakin University, Australia. And since that time, this collaboration is continuing. So this is the most unique thing with any film festival that any university or college might be happening, that two educational institutions from two different countries, they have joined hands to organize such kind of film festival.
In the past as well, the event has been very well received.
In 2019, we organized this in April for 4 days, and in DME we have the state-of-the-art studio, that is Studio 62. So we were having all the sessions direct online from Studio 62, and important thing was that we had two platforms simultaneously working. On one there was happening the screening of films, and on another platform there were sessions happening, and these were the sessions like plenary session or the workshops or the master classes, panel discussions, and the same kind of sessions we are going to have this time as well.
There will be many curated sessions, workshops and master classes by experts. So we look forward to a lot of participation by many people,
where we'll celebrate cinema, deliberate and discuss on various aspects of filmmaking, and of course recognize the amazing work of film students and provide an opportunity to interact with film industry experts and practitioners.
This event is such a wonderful opportunity for our students to create international connections, get involved in screen culture and experience a film festival atmosphere.
Many foreign scholars and filmmakers from Australia to Europe are participating in SIFI.
And this time also the focus is on sessions, because at a time when films are available nowadays on multiple platforms, the OTT has come, so watching a film is not that important. The more important thing is how to understand a film, how to appreciate a film, and that is how we have these kind of sessions wherein we invite, and again we are going to invite the filmmakers, the directors, the actors, and also the film academy persons, the researchers. So all these people will be joining hands in different sessions. And I must tell you this as well, that our brand ambassador is Tigmanshu Dhulia, and he has been the brand ambassador for all the 3 sessions.
Across 7 categories, there will be many entries, and it is very accessible this time with no entry fee.
I call upon the students and independent filmmakers to submit their films for 7 categories of SIFI. Submit your fiction, documentary, music album and film of other genre.
This will be a great opportunity to network and collaborate, especially for Australian and Indian film practitioners and students.
And this time there is the additional feature of research being included in it.
Once again, I'm looking forward to seeing this year's exciting program. See you at the festival.
So we all really look forward to it.
We look forward to seeing you at SIFI 2021. See you soon.
In this post-pandemic period, we all must join hands to celebrate cinema. So hurry up and be with us for cherishing cinema.
So let us hope that it will be an assembly of all film-loving people, film enthusiasts from different parts of the world, from India also, from different parts of the country, and this will be really an interesting and amazing experience for everybody whosoever is there to enjoy this film festival.
Last year, DME Media School with Deakin University, Melbourne organized
world's first 7-day hybrid international film festival by educational institutions,
SIFI 2020. Welcome to Cineast International Film Festival of India 2021.
Organized by DME Media School, India in association with Deakin University, Melbourne, Australia.
From 17 December to 23rd December 2021.
Send us the story you want to tell and be a part of SIFI.
Join us for the celebration of the most powerful medium of storytelling, cinema.